Happy afternoon. Hope you're having a half decent day out there. Spencer Israel, Joel Elconin with you for the last half hour of today's trading session. And here's the good news: we are significantly off the lows. Here's the bad news: there is a lot of pain out there, not just Snapchat. I'm talking about the travel stocks, the casino stocks. I'm talking about tech, talking about ARK Invest. Rough sledding today for a lot of stuff. Not so bad for utilities though, so that's something. Anyway, this is at the close. Our last live show of the market session. I've got Joel Elconin here with me. Going to bring him on right now. So smash that like button, everyone, and let's get started. All right, it is time for pre-market prep at the close.
3 consecutive highs, opened, matched yesterday's low, and then once it took out there, that's all the breakout momentum traders needed.
What do you make of this one, Joel?
Well, we're not too far away from the intraday high. At least one person on the show this morning wasn't letting the world cave in around
No,
them,
you
but
you actually said. Well, actually, you didn't say it, but I think what you wanted to say this morning was, I kind of wouldn't mind a down day here. That's what you wanted to say.
yeah, I mean, of course you'd like to string 2 up days in a row together, but a lot of bad news out there. But let's just recap. The sellers came in fast and furious off the open. Actually, we are right where we opened the 9:30 session. 28 and a quarter is where we opened. We're traded 39.30. That's down 42 handles. Crude Quiet. Oh no, $6 range. No, $4 range in crude. It's down 27 cents at 110.02. Gold's having a halfway decent day. Gold is up 1760 at 1865.40. Silver back over 22, folks. Silver's up 36 cents at 22.08. And I just lost my screen there. I think I was moving too fast here. But it's back. And Bitcoin, that's up 280 at 29,295. Ethereum, that's down $21 at 1956.50.
I guess we should start with Snapchat because it is the story of the day. I'm stunned that the stock has fallen by almost half in one day after already being down 75% from its all-time high. It's not as if the stock was doing well before today. It wasn't, and here now it's down almost by half. It's lost almost half its value in one day. In one day.
Yeah, and boy, oh boy, oh boy. I mean, the lower open turned out to be 8 cents from the high of the day. So if you were trying to buy that thing early, you should have found out early that you're wrong. I talked about the monthlies here, and do we have a date with 1085? I mean, that's really the only thing I can give you on the monthlies. Traded down 983. Anybody that tried to buy the dip in that got smacked and near the lows of the session. Low 1255, last print 1264. Snap goes splat.
I am sort of stunned, but that's not where the only pain is today because I was looking around earlier and the first real trend that jumped out to me was, oh my gosh, we haven't talked about the travel stocks for a couple weeks on this show or the morning show for that matter, Joel. But I know we get asked about some of them every day. We get asked about DraftKings, we get asked about Penn. But if you look at the cruise lines and you look at the airlines and you look at the casinos, I mean, Norwegian, Carnival, and Royal Caribbean are all down double-digit percent today, and the stocks are in total free fall mode here. Free fall. I said it.
Free falling now. Uh, if you look at it, people uh, are gonna have to cutting expenses. That family vacation, right? That family cruise could be on the chopping block. Uh, Not much to say about Carnival Cruise Lines here. We are approaching. We're not at the COVID low, so that's good news. Next monthly low, $11. We haven't quite get there yet today. So boom, there it is. That's what you have. Let's look at RCL. She's 2-for-1 stock split almost this month, coming back down to the COVID lows. You didn't hear any monkeypox or any specific news here.
No, I didn't. I didn't.
The 46 for your RCL traders, that was a pair of highs or a pair of lows back in July of August of 2020. And we just made a new interday high, 38.75. We just ticked 40, folks. We are coming back. We're down 32 handles. And I don't know. Good day. I mean, I still think even if we don't close up here, I still think it's a good day in the market. But it looks like there's some more buying coming in.
Well,
We
I'm looking at like Apple. I'm looking at Apple and Amazon and those names, and
Dude, is this a news move?
I'm
Is
really
this a
not
new,
seeing
is this a
anything.
news move, or is just people waking up,
Mm,
going bargain hunting
This
here?
is the
No
old
news.
this is the old 330 ramp here, honestly, Joel. They don't call it ramp capital for a reason, or for no reason. But you're really not seeing any corresponding moves. Like in Amazon, it's barely budged here. Uh, uh, Microsoft is at a new high of the day, so that's something. Google is at just about new high of the day, so I
Hmm.
suppose you got something there. But Apple isn't. Uh, Facebook isn't.
No.
Facebook is still down for the day by a lot, for that matter. So, I don't know how's like Burke doing. No, not really. Just,
No. They're
you
just
know,
buying the spoos. They're not buying the stocks. That pre-market high comes in at or the high for the session comes in at 52.75. At this rate, we should be there in a few minutes. And then we got. I mean, if we saw the close today, that would be baffling. 71 and a quarter. That was the close from yesterday. But catching a strong bid here. I don't know. They cut interest rates or something. I don't know. Well,
no, they haven't. And it's again it's not as if this is just the S&P here that's moving, because the Nasdaq is moving, although albeit a little bit less so. Russell and Dow. Well, the Dow is at the new high of the day. The Dow is actually almost at yesterday's high right now. So Dow is moving. S&P is moving. Every index is really moving here. But I'm trying. If you look under the hood, like oil is strong. Like XOM is making a new high of the day here. So oil's looking good. Utilities have been strong all day.
mhm. Wow,
So
look at this. Look at this Exxon Mobil. That is
yeah, yeah.
yesterday's high. That's a new high for the move, matching highs. We're right there. We're above yesterday's high, 94.44. Or excuse me, what was yesterday's high here? XOM 94.77, folks. You got a little more here. I bet you if you get up to 95 late in the day, there could be a pile of paper there was just printing on the upside. His hit 48 even, 52.75, folks. That is the existing high for the session. Five handles away. Snaps 30 cents off the low. So maybe a little capitulatory selling in that, and getting a little bounce. But good day.
Uh, yeah,
What else you got?
actually, you know what just bounced here just in the last 5 minutes is all the growth tech, Shopify, Affirm, Carvana, all these stocks. I mean, they're at their low of the day, but they're not there now. So all those things, everything just sort of bounced here just in the last 5 minutes.
52.75 pre-market high. We just hit 52 and a quarter, only down 20 handles now on the session. Don't call it a comeback.
Easy Mike says cover time. Yep. I would say that's not a bad take to have right now.
New high,
Anything
54.
short here. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Wow. I didn't see this one coming. I really didn't.
And just one full swoop, boom, back down under 34.50. But Exxon Mobil, that's coming up on the big level I mentioned. Let's take a look at CVX. If you're looking at that, boom, that's a little bit off. That's a little bit of a laggard, but that monthly, wow, is that monthly shaping up here for another major breakout? 75.65 is where we got this month, but I still think you got to hold someone targeting that 175 area just with the 3 monthly highs coming in between 174.54 and 175.65. So that's for CVX. And boy, if you had your order out there, if you had your sell order out there at the pre-market high, you got done. If you had a buy stop in there too, you got done too with the 54.50. That was quick. That was a quick rally. So we'll see if that's it. If that's it, or we gotta build in a little base here. I said I wanted to build a base. I just didn't want to go up and just go float right higher. We had some buyers back and fill today. Who knows what shoe could drop tomorrow, but that's what we're looking at. You said you were talking about travel. I haven't looked at the airline stocks at all today. Let's do a quick
Well,
run
yeah,
of the
those
airlines.
those don't look as bad as the cruise lines. I mean, very few things look as bad as the cruise lines right now. So at least with American, which is down 7% today, and it's your worst performer of the bunch. At least you got like a load of lean on there, 15, right? I mean,
Yeah, what you do? Well, this already came down and gave back half of the move. That 30, that was weird. Wow, that did that in early March. But see if you get back, stabilize, get back over 38, hold 38. Maybe you get some life in DAL. Let's look at love a little bit more on the domestic travel end. Ooh, love, oh boy, yeah, that's approaching support here. Bunch of lows. Maybe give it down to 4104. Huh. There was a couple lows there. 4104, 4118. So wow, another low in that area too. So 41, that's the big number here. You're into 41 handle right now, love. And then what else is there? There's UAL. Same thing, same looking chart. That hasn't given back half of that move off the March low. Back in the 39.50 handle momentarily.
wow,
Exposure, the battle.
vicious,
Someone's saying, I'm out, man. I 39.50 is my target. Get me out. But
vicious. Hey, what about
this
Zoom? What about Zoom today? You gotta give Zoom a round of applause on a day like today, where really, if you forget about the last 10 minutes here, Joel, not a good day for growth tech, not a good day for most of tech, frankly, and yet Zoom somehow, some way, managed to bounce back after making a low at like 10 o'clock this morning, and I mean, it's still it will close up today. That's a great sign.
we pretty sure. Yeah. Up over $6. I
I
talked
mean,
about this nine.
Zoom's not falling $6 in the next.
No,
I
no,
suppose
that
anything.
could never happen.
I suppose anything is possible.
This is a good move, and it's the first day of a 2-day move, perhaps. Came into yesterday's range, so if you caught it at the close, that was actually a double close area. Friday's close 89.74. Monday's close 89.33. Now it did fall $2 for that. People were holding out through the pair of lows just under 85.60. They got turned around. They had to start buying in the strength. I think this thing has a I don't want to go out too far on a limb, but this thing might have a little date with triple digits here. That's not too far
No,
away at all.
it's not.
That pre-market high, way up there at 108 for Zoom. But I said, hey, they need to do something else. They need another product or something, and that's what they kind of did. They mention something like that on the call that they were starting to
Well,
get
yeah.
some.
I mean, to their credit, it's not like they haven't been trying, Joel, because they tried to buy 5.9. That got rejected. So I mean, they're trying. You can't knock them for not trying because they are trying.
Oh, you know what I wanted to check? And just going back here for a second.
Easier said than done.
What do you, without thinking, what do you think something like this Marriott chart looks like? It's got to be.
I don't have the price of Marriott off the top of my head here, so I couldn't.
Well,
Couldn't
it's
tell
coming. This thing. Remember, we were thinking like, why are these hotel stocks are just still
Holy
up here, making
shit.
new all-time
What
highs? And
thing was that? Oh, what thing was that? 195.
yes,
Oh,
yep, that's a
I'm starting to think just anything that's remotely discretionary, you just can't own it, right? And this is not a new idea. Obviously, Dennis has been saying this for weeks now, and I'm just not coming around to it. I'm really starting to think that if you have any any business that is remotely related to discretionary spending, like Marriott or any hotel would be,
Yeah.
or any cruise line. I mean, the consumer is stretched. I'm starting to think that. So I'd forgotten. Again, I don't have the Marriott price off the top of my head, so I've forgotten it got to 195. Not even a couple of months ago, but to fall
What
down.
else do we have? We have Marriott. We have
You
Hilton.
got HLT's Hilton. You got H is Hyatt.
Oh
You
yeah.
got those are your big three, but there are more. This is why I love Benzinga Pro. You can search for MAR and see what jumps out to you. Wyndham Hotels, WH. How's that doing? Don't look at that one very often. You can also look at Choice Hotels, which is CHH, not one I'm familiar with.
Yeah, they
Scott,
got a bunch of
yeah. Well,
smaller names.
I'm familiar with Choice, just not the stock. Um, and
And if you're looking at these stocks, folks, and you're thinking, well, like how far can they fall? Well,
look
they
at Snapchat today.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, they're different. I mean, they different company. Oh,
No,
big rally in Snapchat. Woohoo! 40 cents off
40
the
cents.
low. Don't say you didn't have a chance to buy it in the 12 handle because 12.55, and now maybe this got to be the biggest volume day ever for Snapchat. But
Don't call it a comeback, but
yeah, yeah, like you never thought, like, oh, I hope it closes over 13. I mean, how many people were thinking that yesterday? $9.50 higher. But yeah, the hotels. What else? And then you mentioned the casinos.
Oh my gosh, these
Win that's
casino.
coming
I
up.
mean, why don't you look at like a Caesars, like a CZR or a
That one
or an
was
Index?
holding up.
Mm,
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 no,
mm.
no, it was. That's right. Wow, 120.
I know.
Two oh 3 for 1. Really? Caesars did wow, I didn't realize it got to 120. How's the old Pan and DraftKings doing?
Mm. Wow,
Oh,
that's a nice rally for Penn in the last 10 minutes, but no, not great. DraftKings was almost at single digits, or was at single digits. It did get this. It got below $10 for like a day. DraftKings
yeah,
did. Yeah.
yeah.
Um.
What about did you see the housing starts number?
Oh, yeah. I did actually.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it? Doesn't it make sense?
Yes,
Like,
yes.
it's not like we can't keep this up forever.
No,
So
well, we'll see.
So,
Uh,
so,
phew,
as and if you guys don't know, the housing starts is a measure of the number of new homes under construction. Yeah, new constructions is I think is the better way of putting it. And it was down 16. It was down 450. It was the number was there was four. Hold on. No, I'm looking at the wrong number here. It was down 27% year over year. It was down 16% month over month from March to April. Um, I mean, it's not a surprise because, like Dennis said, he's been going through it, and it's like, who really wants to build a house right now? Almost no one. Which I can't say I blame them, and yet, this is the exact opposite of what the housing market needs. It needs more homes to come online, and it's not getting it. And this is just great news for everyone that already has a house, and terrible news for all people that don't have houses. So, congrats to you if you own your home. If you already have a mortgage and you already have a home, great for you. Sucks for me. It's basically what it comes down to. Um,
and yeah, the rents. This could be interesting with the seed. Do you have some housing reads for me here?
I can pull a few up. Yeah.
Yeah. Courtney asks, please explain Tesla. What's moving? Why is it moving right now? I mean,
That's
I'm
the move
not
that's different.
sure. We did give you that. I mean, it's a high beta stock, and we did give you that 620 this morning. Look at that, 620.57. Bill Big D, I hope you were listening on that one. There was another monthly low at 620.46. So that's pretty darn close on that one. I just think the whole Musk thing wasn't now there's the sexual harassment things that are going on. That I think people are unhappy with the Twitter thing going on. And now, the pain for the more pain for Twitter as from the Snap earnings. So
Whoa! What just happened in Fortinet?
let's
What the heck
see
was
here.
that? And I got some housing reads for you, but what just happened in Fortinet there? Whoa!
Hmm, boom, 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 boom.
Wow!
That was 1 15-minute bar. I don't know. Just could have been a rogue algo or something. Just going buy, 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 buy. Maybe hit some buy stops or something. But man, you had to have your offer. Look at that juicy 310. Had a couple highs right there, 309.88 and 311.89. Didn't quite get there. Only got to 310. Good news that it got to 310. Bad news is bad news is that it backed off from that high. So I'm not sure what the news. Kissing that pre-market high was not a good thing here. Well, not a bad thing that it got up there. 54.50, and now we're back in the lower 39.40 handles. So boy, if people got back up that pre-market high, good level. I don't know how that related to your stocks or not. If they got back, not all the stocks trade actively in the pre-market, but see if we can get one more bounce going into the close. Um, Jay saying Stephanie Link moved it, so Stephanie's
Really?
good. I just, I
Wow!
don't know
That
if
is
I'd be chasing.
that's an impressive move right there.
Hmm.
You don't see that every day on random CNBC commentary. You really don't. I mean, you see it on Kramer, and you see stocks move, you know, at on the halftime show, but at 352, it's very rare to see a random comment cause that kind of a move in a stock like Fortinet. That's interesting.
Yeah, people are just looking for stuff to buy, right? And someone comes out and says that something to buy. They go buy, 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 and that's what you have. So overreaction, though, certainly looks like that. JG asking for XRT levels, and
Real
let's
fast.
see.
While you do that, Joel, I'm gonna look at the largest holdings in the XRT because I, especially after last week, I feel like we have to know this stuff. So XRT currently is made up of this is your largest, your main retail ETF. It's made up of what the heck? All right, it's crazy diversified. So the largest weighting is 1.58%, and it's Murphy USA Inc. MUSA. I never even heard of that stock before.
What is
Anyway,
that?
so this is an equal weighted fund, so it's pretty broad and owns a
I, I
gajillion stocks.
I'll tell you, JG. I mean, I'm gonna make this a little bigger. I mean, you threw the 50% like a hot knife through butter, right? You did that this month. I mean, do I say $50? I mean, we're gonna be in a whole world of hurt if this thing goes to 50. But that's what the monthlies are giving you, $50. And there was actually two monthly lows there. You had one at 49.39 and 50.01. So and until proven wrong, I mean that's the next level. I mean, I could go to the weekly here and see if something else popped up, but a lot of times the weeklies. I mean, if you go to the weeklies, you can find some weekly lows in here. So why don't you do that? You did take out well. Right now, you're working on the first week in December. You had a low of 59.24. And then if you can see my screen, you could just walk it down here 58.01, 87, and 53.12. Just walking, and then you get down to the 50s. So those are all potential support levels. Whoo-hoo. We just lost 20 handles in the spoos, folks. Back down 39.32. So that ramp doesn't look like it was holding. Someone mentioned VNQ as a read that
Yeah, VNQ is one you can also look at. Well, I mean that's an ETF, but you can look at like EQR, Equity Residential. The one that I'm familiar with is
those are
apartment American Homes for Rent, AMH. That's
oh,
another.
I never.
Yeah, it's another.
Yeah.
That's a rental one. Um, you can look at
Mm,
AVB, Avalon Bay is another one. Um, and uh,
boy, oh
those
boy.
are a few. Yeah, I mean.
I mean, Avalon Bay doesn't look too bad, but boy, those. Wow,
And,
wow,
and, and
wow,
I was
wow.
just looking at residential REITs specifically, not broad diversified REITs. Oh, ticker O, which Easy Mike mentioned. O is your largest REIT by um, assets, I believe. I think Realty Income is. Uh,
Man, hard top in there. Whew, look at all these
no, it's
size
not.
here.
No, it's not. Simon Property Group is actually stand corrected. Simon Property, but that's all retail. Uh, I don't know what digital realty. I don't know what their mix is. I don't know what Realty Income's mix is. Um,
No, I mean the only place. I mean, these are definitely not places to hide right now. It's just all about
no,
energy, and utilities. That's it. That's
I
all
know.
people.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
That's unfortunately that's it. I mean, and today you can look at like McDonald's, which is having a good day, and like the auto zones and the O'Reillys of the world are having a good day today. But
They are what.
well, because
So they
autos don't had earnings, right? And
or was it
I think AAP is tonight.
Oh, really?
No, they were both overnight. My mistake. They're both overnight.
Yeah, they got a little carried away in the pre-market on this one. Boom, boom. Did you get in it? Yeah, this is having a green candle for down 279. Never did take out that pre-market low. Actually, they came in and they bought this one early. Right.
Yeah,
What was your opening print? Well, it was a quick opening bar that 15 minutes. So you didn't buy the open, but when you went to came back up through the open, you got a pretty good buy there. So down $3, but at least a green looking candle.
Speak.
Where are the spoos going to close? We just hit what 39.31, 39.32, and back up. Tried to close at 39.40. So, folks, overall, on the 9:30 session so far, not so bad. Up 10 handles at least from that 9:30 a.m. open. If you're tracking open to close
And
for your trades.
speaking of earnings, here's the calendar. Not much tonight. Nordstrom, Toll Brothers, Intuit. Tomorrow morning, Dick's Sporting Goods is probably the only one that I'm really interested in. So not much in the way of earnings here, but tomorrow afternoon and Thursday is when things will get big again on the earnings front. Um, yeah, and let
And
me just check in with the chat here. Any last tickers you guys want to cover because we're basically at the close here right now. Um,
mhm.
do, do, do.
Is
Yep.
I don't know about environment to be selling covered calls right now because I don't know what kind of premium you're getting in the calls. And the bad thing about the covered calls is once the value of the calls that you sell erodes, then you're still long the stock. Now I forget what they call when you sell the calls to buy the puts and create a synthetic short position there, but you know, I don't know. The selling calls, man, just not. If you want to sell calls in this thing, you got to do it like on just these crazy up days, like yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nvidia, I'll take a look at that. That'll be our final stock of the
Yeah. Let's
day.
do it.
Down 767. Ooh, didn't make a new low for the move, but pretty darn close. 50, 55, 67, 57, 80 low. Lighter volume on this one, so I think you just caught a little bit of weak sellers there, perhaps. But 360. All right, little bounce into the close. Looks like we went off the board 39.44. As long as no one comes out and says that warned a month ago, comes out and says we warned a month again, we're warning again, then maybe we'll have a decent spooze there. Got you finding some after hour buyers here, and let's see how that holds up overnight. Good
Oh
job,
boy.
Spencer.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Catch you guys tomorrow. Smash that like button. Cannabis Insider going live right now. See you tomorrow.
Introducing Smarter Financial News Search with Benzinga Pro. Now, with an array of familiar screen filters like price, short interest, and PE ratio, you can actually screen financial news for stock trading ideas. But that's not all. On top of fundamental and technical screening for actionable news catalysts, now you can tailor your newsfeed with Boolean operators or, and not. The result is perfect. By your own standards for your own news trading strategy. Prepare for the upcoming rebound. Capture news catalysts before major price moves with Benzinga